Ikomikidomoe is one of the most interesting ZANPAKUTO within the Bleach universe. This unique being had started out as a powerful hollow before being defeated by none other than Ichibē himself, and because the hollow was so powerful, it was sealed into a ZANPAKUTO by Uetsu Nimaya. What makes Ikomikidomoe particularly fascinating is that he can only be wielded by hybrid beings. So these are individuals like Hikone, Ichigo, and even Ginjo, who possess multiple spiritual powers within their souls. Within this video, I want to break down and analyze everything that there is to know about Ikomikidomoe's Bankai state, including its activation requirements and the true nature of its abilities. While Ichibē's name curse that he had casted from 1,000,000 years ago has kept Ikomikidomoe in a weakened state, his maximum power is still absolutely devastating on the battlefield. Be sure to stick around until the very end of this video, where I'll be revealing the deeper significance behind Ikomikidomoe's ability to fuse with its wielder during its final release. And I'll also be revealing the true reason behind why it was so adamantly against Hikone using its Resurrección form. Another interesting mystery surrounding Ikomikidomoe occurs when it's severely wounded by the Arrancars. During this weakened state, it pleads with Hikone not to refer to it by a certain name. The implications of this moment are far more significant than they initially appear to be. I'll be diving into all of this, so definitely stick around until the very end of this video. So without further delay, let's dive deep into my analysis of Ikomikidomoe's Bankai and the true extent of its powers and abilities. We got really tired of the same old boring anime shirts, so we decided to launch Getsuga.com with the aim of creating designs inspired by our favorite anime and manga. We came up with designs that look cool and represent all of our favorite stories. Check out the latest Instinct collection, which features some amazing designs like this Frosted Heavens design inspired by Toshiro Hitsugaya, or this Instinct design inspired by Hollow Ichigo, and my personal favorite, which is the Heart design, which was inspired by Ukiura Shifa. Do not miss out, go to Getsuga.com and wear your favorite stories. Can't Fear World introduces us to the nobleman Tokinada Tsuneyashiro and his plan to install Hikone as the next Soul King. In order to achieve this goal, Tokinada makes a calculated move during the chaos of the Vandenreich invasion, as he steals the sealed ZANPAKUTO Ikomikidomoe from Uetsu Nimaya's palace right after Zangetsu is reforged. What makes Ikomikidomoe fascinating is its origin as one of the most ancient and powerful hollows to have ever existed. During Baragon's reign over Hueco Mundo, Ikomikidomoe was already a force to be reckoned with, so much so that even Baragon acknowledged its strength and had made a pact of mutual non-conflict with it. However, Ikomikidomoe's insatiable hunger for power had led it down a path of endless consumption as it devoured countless souls in its quest for evolution. Its insatiable ambition ultimately reached its heights when it had attempted the unthinkable, which is to devour the Soul King himself. This insane attempt proved to be its undoing. After an epic battle that even involved a young head captain Yamamoto, Ikomikidomoe was finally defeated through the combined efforts of Ichibē and Nimaya. Using the power of Ichimonji, Ichibē erased Ikomikidomoe's original name and had rewrote its very identity with Shirafude Ichimonji. Due to the massive number of souls that it had consumed, normal purification was impossible for this hollow. So instead, Nimaya had sealed the hollow into a ZANPAKUTO, creating one of the most unique and powerful weapons in the entirety of the Bleach universe. What makes Ikomikidomoe stand out from the other ZANPAKUTO is its distinctive release system. As it was forged from a hollow, it possesses multiple release commands, each one drawing out different aspects of its incredible power. While these release commands superficially resemble Shikai releases, they function very differently. In this video, I'll be focusing specifically on Ikomikidomoe's Bankai form, where the ZANPAKUTO completely fuses with its wielder Hikone. In order to better understand this Bankai, it's worth noting the parallel to an Arrancar's Resurrección. When an Arrancar releases their ZANPAKUTO, they essentially return to their original hollow hollow form, regaining all of the power that was sealed away within their ZANPAKUTO. However, as we're about to discover, Ikomikidomoe's Bankai takes this concept to an entirely different level. During the final battle between Hikone and Kinpachi from the 3rd volume of Can't Fear Homeworld, we witness one of the most incredible revelations of power within Bleach. When Kinpachi questions if Hikone is about to unleash a Bankai, they respond with a intriguing clarification. Because Ikomikidomoe is a hollow, this release would be more accurately described as a Resurrección instead of a Bankai. The stage for this revelation is set when Hikone finds Ikomikidomoe defeated after an overwhelming combined assault from the Arrancar trio of Neliel, Grimmjow and Haribel. However, this weakened state of Ikomikidomoe proves to be exactly what Hikone had needed. In an unexpected plot twist, Hikone actually thanks the Arrancar for wearing down its ZANPAKUTO before uttering its true release command, which is Ikomikidomoe Ho'oraku Hake. This translates to 8 views of the fall of the phoenix. What follows is a fascinating display of power as Ikomikidomoe's physical form dissolves into streams of black and white spiritual pressure which surround Hikone's body. A transformation occurs which creates something very unique within the power system of Bleach. Hikone's appearance shifts to reflect a perfect fusion of Hollow and Shinigami, with Hikone's Shihakusho taking on a Arrancar-like appearance. Most notably, traces of Hollow Reishi become visible underneath Hikone's skin, while Ikomikidomoe returns to its sword form, but now with intricate patterns of Reiatsu which are embedded within its white blade. The significance of this transformation lies in how it affects Hikone's Reiatsu. Ikomikidomoe's overwhelming spiritual pressure acts as a catalyst, as it shatters the limitations which are placed upon Hikone's hybrid soul. This explains why Ikomikidomoe can only be wielded by hybrid beings. Its immense spiritual pressure has the unique ability to unlock pathways between different spiritual natures within a single soul. Hikone being an artificial being created from a mixture of human, Shinigami, Arrancar and Quincy souls, not to mention Gremmy's brain and multiple fragments of the Soul King, they were pretty much the perfect vessel for the power of Ikomikidomoe. In its final released state, the result is a spiritual pressure that is so unique and overwhelming that it instills pure despair into all who sense it. While different from Aizen's Reiatsu, it carries the same weight of transcendent power, further confirming Hikone's potential as a Soul King candidate. Once the transformation is complete, their combat abilities skyrocket to insane levels, with speed and versatility which dwarf even captain level Shinigami. This final release from Ikomikidomoe perfectly explains Bleach's sophisticated power scaling while adding new layers to our understanding of hybrid beings within this universe. It's really interesting how Kubo and Narita continue to expand upon the lore of Bleach via these light novels. The true scope of Ikomikidomoe's power becomes evident when we examine Hisagi's observations during his battle with Hikone. While the external changes from this Bankai/Resurrección hybrid were evident, the internal transformation was nothing short of revolutionary. Hisagi notices something extraordinary. Hikone's soul has become a perfect fusion of Shinigami and Quincy essences, which are all bound together by a hollow soul. This transformation was so profound that it completely warped Hikone's Reiatsu, manifesting in one of the most unique spirit ribbons which have ever been witnessed within Bleach. To appreciate the significance of this, we need to understand that spirit ribbons normally appear in very distinctive colors. They are typically colored white for humans, Quincy's, as well as souls, and they are red for Shinigami. But Hikone's spirit ribbon manifested as a swirling kaleidoscope of colors, as this represents the unprecedented fusion of multiple spiritual races within one being. This makes perfect sense when we consider Ikomikidomoe's nature as a hollow who had devoured countless souls during its reign in Hueco Its spiritual pressure would naturally contain the essence of thousands or if not millions of different spiritual beings. However, even this incredibly powerful Bankai state that Hikone was in had its limitations. After Hisagi manages to deplete Hikone's Reiatsu, we see a sharp shocking turn of events as Ikomikidomoe breaks free and begins consuming more fragments of the Soul King, nearly killing Hikone in the process. These fragments start to weaken Ichibē's name curse, and if it wasn't for Kinpachi's intervention, we might have witnessed something very unprecedented. If you remember the full name that Hikone had called out, which was Ikomikidomoe Ho'oraku Hake, this was actually the name that was bestowed by Ichibē to the Hollow. Ikomikidomoe's true name still remains sealed away. This raises some very fascinating possibilities about Ikomikidomoe's ultimate potential if it were to have broken free from Ichibē's name curse. During Ikomikidomoe's appearance within the light novels, we had seen its previous release forms, like it transforming into various hollow forms ranging from Adhuchas to Vastar Lorde level, and it also gained abilities like spawning lesser level hollows from itself. But what would have happened if Ikomikidomoe had broken free of Ichibē's curse and had called out its original true name? The light novels give us some hints as to what would have happened, as after consuming more of the Soul King's fragments, its spiritual pressure began growing exponentially. The events within the Valley of Screams further support this theory, as Ikomikidomoe's hollow presence had become increasingly apparent. Shunsui's observation about Hikone absorbing Ikomikidomoe's hollow reishi is very interesting, and by all normal rules of spiritual mechanics, this should have triggered soul suicide. We've only seen this phenomenon occur twice before in Bleach, first with the Vizards during Aizen's early holification experiments, and later with Masaki when she was bitten by the Hollow White. But somehow, whether if it's through the fragments of the Soul King or Ikomikidomoe's own power, Hikone was able to prevent soul suicide from occurring. This leads me to a rather chilling theory that if Ikomikidomoe had fully broken free of its curse, then we may have witnessed an all-new super powerful form which transcends any Bankai or Resurrección that we have seen up until this point in the story. And unlike any of the previous releases that we have seen from Ikomikidomoe, this form would have been unbound by the need for a wielder, potentially allowing the Hollow to consume the spiritual pressures of everyone and everything around it. While it's impossible to know exactly what its ultimate form might have looked like, the hints that were suggested within the Can't Fear Unworld light novels have revealed that it would have been truly catastrophic. These light novels have enriched the universe of Bleach, especially through the fascinating concept of a hollow-forged ZANPAKUTO. While Ikomikidomoe's various release forms and abilities can appear to be complicated at first, they represent something that is very unique within the power system of Bleach. The way that it fuses with Hikone and it fundamentally alters the very nature of Hikone's soul adds a lot of depth to our understanding of how hybrid beings exist within the Bleach universe. Following the events of the light novel, Nimaya had once again sealed Ikomikidomoe away within his palace. Now I cannot help but to speculate about this ZANPAKUTO's potential future appearances within Bleach, especially with the manga being teased to continue via a Hell arc. This is especially when you consider the fact that Kazui is a potential Soul King candidate too, with him obviously inheriting a hybrid nature from his father as well as mother. I'm even more excited about the possibility of seeing Can't Fear Unworld adapted into an anime version, as we would be able to watch Ikomikidomoe's transformations as well as its fusion with Hikone brought to life via some stunning animation like we see within the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime. The visual potential for depicting these moments from these light novels is honestly mind-blowing. For now though, Ikomikidomoe is one of Bleach's most intriguing weapons, and it's a testament to how much story was left to tell even after the manga had ended, as Ikomikidomoe's existence challenges our understanding of what a ZANPAKUTO can be, and it also opens up even more exciting possibilities for future stories within the Bleach universe. We have now reached the point of the video where I do want to hand over the discussion to all of you. What do you think about Ikomikidomoe's various release forms and its relationship with Hikone? Hopefully this video has helped you to better understand the final release of this hybrid ZANPAKUTO. If there's anything that I've forgotten to mention about the Bankai/Resurrección of Ikomikidomoe, then let me know by continuing the discussion in the comments. And lastly, thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I cannot wait to see you in my next Bleach Explained video.
A massive thank you goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for helping to make this video possible. If you also want to support the channel and see your name in the end of my videos, then check out my Patreon, which has loads of perks like early video access and so much more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.